Zippity Zoom, written by Stephen Cosgrove, illustrated by Robin James. The moral of this story is, it is important to take the time to enjoy life. Like a drip sliding down a window pane, water flowed slowly on the island of Serendipity, from brook to creek to stream. It finally became a river that flowed like molasses from a wide-mouthed jar. On the bank of the slow-moving river, a possum hung by its tail, blinking great sleepily eyes, watching all that there was to see. Inland from the river, far away from the slow-moving possum in the tree, was a very different place where life moved at a much faster pace. Here, clouds streaked across the sky, chasing the wind as tiny birds followed, racing from tree to tree. This was the land of Zippity. Here lived the Zooms, the fastest creatures in all of Serendipity. No bare feet here. Instead, these creatures wore canvas shoes with racing treads. They also had horns that beeped strapped to their heads. The Zooms were so fast that you would rarely ever see one. The best you could hope for was a blur and a beep as they zipped on by. Once in a while, you would chance to glance if a Zoom stopped to lace its shoes or to grab a trophy after one of many races. Sadly, the Zooms had to get there first, no matter that they didn't even know where there was or what they were supposed to see when they got there. The fastest of the fast was a Zoom called the Whiz, nothing more than a furry blur on a windy day. The Whiz was so fast that he would race anything and everything that moved. He would race the wind as it began to blow, and it was rumored by many that he could race his shadow and win. Faster than fast was this little Zoom, called the Whiz. His room was filled with trophies and ribbons, all of them for always being first. Without question, he was the fastest creature in all the land. The Whiz was so fast that he would speak and then race ahead to listen to what he said. Wow, that's fast. The Whiz even ate fast, so fast that he wouldn't even know what he had eaten. He would stop for a moment in an orchard, and there he would gobble a bit of fruit, no matter if it was ripe, rotten, or green. Before you could swallow or burp or gasp, he had eaten and was back in the race. Things moved fast past the Whiz, so fast that all he saw as he raced along were blurs of color and shapes. He never saw the sun rise, and he never saw it set, for the running of the race was all there was, and he had no time to stop or even slow down. But one day everything changed for the little Zoom called Whiz. He had been running backward, taunting a bumblebee that couldn't keep up, when he tripped on a rock in the path. He fell hard to the ground in a puff of dust. He jumped up, eager to continue his race, when he noticed that he had not tripped on a rock at all. He had stumbled over a turtle that had stopped in the middle of the path to take a snooze. Now the Whiz was long and lean, but all in all he wasn't very mean. He looked at the turtle and smiled a fast smile. "Aha! It was you that I tripped over. Well, this calls for a race. Come on now. Ready, set, go!" Just like that, the Whiz was gone, but the odd thing was, the turtle didn't chase him. The turtle didn't even bother to race. Instead, the turtle yawned and slowly looked around, stretching its neck from its shell. Then, one slow step at a time, it began lumbering down the trail. It wasn't long before the Whiz realized that he wasn't in a race. He was running all by himself. He skidded to a stop and looked back the way he'd come. "But the turtle must race," he muttered quickly to himself. "Everybody races, everybody in Zippity. It's what makes us Zooms." Quickly he zipped back to the turtle. He zoomed around and around the turtle, again challenging it to a race, and then shot off like a flash down the trail. Once again, the turtle didn't show the slightest interest in racing. He simply stood there and watched a butterfly fly by. In moments, the Whiz was back again. "Turtle," groaned the little Zoom, "you must hurry or you'll be late. If you're late, you will never win." The turtle slowly turned his head and smiled. "Late for what?" he asked. "Why," said the Zoom, "for the next race to be run." And what do you win? The little turtle asked quietly. That's simple, blurted the furry Zoom. You win a ribbon and you get to be the first to run the next race. Ha! That isn't enough of a prize for me, the turtle said slowly, for I win every day, and I have never run a race. And that is a prize you have never won. This is nonsense, said the Wiz, as he ran away. Winning without a race, prizes I have never won, nonsense. As the day raced by, the Wiz outran a bumblebee in a race by a little more than a buzz. He whizzed faster than a flock of hummingbirds and beat them by a beak. Why, he even raced the wind and won by a breeze. But the turtle's words haunted the little Zoom all day as he raced about, and all the winning didn't mean very much. What prize could be more than winning? He asked himself as he zoomed along in a blur. I must know. With that, faster than an eagle could fly, he zipped back to the turtle to hear more about the turtle's tales of winning. Okay, Mr. Turtle, what prize have you won without running a race? What prize have I never won? Oh, chuckled the little turtle as he looked about. You can't have the prize until you enter the contest. And just what is this contest? Asked the confused Zoom. Why, to see all that you can see, the turtle laughed. I win then, said the Zoom. For I have seen so much today. Such as? Asked the turtle. Why, I raced through the forest, I zipped through the meadow, and I flashed down the trail. So there, I win. Ha ha, chuckled the turtle. You raced by all those things, but you didn't really see any of them. The Wiz thought and thought, but honestly could not remember a single thing that he should have seen but never saw. And so that day the turtle taught the Zoom, called the Wiz, to look slowly at all there was to see. And as the turtle promised, when he did. He won so many prizes that they were hard to count. He watched the sun ease its way beyond the horizon, and the gentle moon slowly rise. He watched in wonder as the stars popped into a purple velvet sky, and he won the time to watch the graceful flight of a loon. And so the Wiz learned that to win is not to always be first and fast, and that sometimes the greatest prize belongs to the slowest. As you race through life winning trophies for your room, slow down and look at the world you're in. Don't become a Zippity Zoom. I thought this was a good book to read with all the things going on in our world. We've all kind of been forced to go at a slower pace, so this book can tell us it's okay to do that. And let's enjoy all the little things in life. And let's think about all the fun things we do during the day and all the happy times we have with our family. So let's enjoy this slow-paced time and not be a Zoom.